Hi, and welcome to the Contenders Corner Podcast, where we talk everything that is wrestling. I am your host, Jason, and join me and Matt as we dissect this episode of Hardtalk. We are an unbiased show here. We'll go into this episode with an open mind. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, we aren't afraid to hit home some honest, thunderous thoughts. If you're new to this, then please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And comment in the comment section below and share with us your opinions of what wrestling has been like over the past 5 months. Stay with us as we have a lot to discuss here on YouTube. Are you ready? This is Hardtalk. We are also introducing our brand new shop on eBay, which is Retro House 45, where we sell retro figures, retro t-shirts, wrestling label pins, DVDs, you name it, guys, from Pro Wrestling Crate and Walking Dead supply drop, and we sell merch from them. We'll go off with this question to you, Matt. I've asked to them yesterday. Is AEW's WCW 2.0?
I think it's probably a slow build towards that, with people wanting out of the contracts in once jumps. Yeah.
Is this bad for is this bad for AEW?
I think if they didn't have Ring of Honor's on the sideline, I think they would be in big trouble.
So, them working their butts off with Ring of Honor is a good thing.
I think they've got like a good working relationship. They've got the contacts with Ring of Honor, and then you've got New Japan. So obviously you've got Forbidden Door for New Japan. So he's got working relationships, but if he hasn't had them, you just have your normal roster, and then half your roster would want to leave, so they'd be back to square one.
Is social media killing wrestling?
I think it's improving it. It's like with these hidden promos, it's attracting a new audience. It's with the QR codes, it's attracting social media like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. So they're making people to go on social media to check the next clue.
Yeah. So it's getting to a different audience, and it's attracting new viewers. I see that side, but the hate towards AEW the past few weeks, would you say? What's your opinion on that? The dirt sheets and the trolls.
I just don't think we've got anything better to report. It's like the report on Malachi Black in Buddy Matthews. They say that they're going to jump ship. They've had enough, and they both come out and said that that they need time to heal, clean their head. Buddy Matthews, he said it's to do with his visa.
Yeah.
So he's going nowhere. And Malachi Black says he hasn't left AEW. He's transferred some stuff out
with his family,
and he's going to end up going back in the next month or two.
So would you say that these people should just only report if it's an actual statement, or should just people wait for a wrestler to come out and say it's official? So if a rumor comes out, like for instance, like what with Malachi Black, should people actually just wait for Malachi Black to say if it's yes, it is official, or no, it's not official? You know what I mean?
I think they should go straight to the source.
They should go straight to the source.
Yeah. Like, go to Malachi Black and say, listen, we read this story. Can you confirm or deny the report? Not just point straight out there.
So, with Malachi Black and Buddy Matthews coming out and saying they're just having a conditional release, just so they can have some time away, so they can sort out some stuff. And this was granted to Keith Lee, a conditional release, and Keith Lee had time away to sort out some family problems. And you remember the time when everyone was moaning at the fact that Keith Lee was always on AEW Dark and Elevation.
Yeah.
And then that was because he was on a conditional release from Tony Khan, because he was having troubles with his family. So Tony Khan granted him a conditional release so he could just have a little time away. So with these dirt sheets about CM Punk, is it only official if CM Punk comes out and says it's official?
Don't know, because honestly they're all under investigation and no one's really come out about it. But I think until anyone comes out official, I think he's still in AEW, really.
Yeah. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. In the back of my head, there's like a growing doubt, and I think 2024 we're going to have a massive main event at Double or Nothing or something. It's going to be CM Punk with two mystery people versus the Elite. I think that's going to come. I think it's built up, to be honest. What's yours? Is it story? Was it real?
Well, see, with MJF, he keeps saying 2024. So, in his eyes, obviously he's got the poker chip. And that's, he can challenge the champion when he wants.
I
don't think he wants Moxley as a champion.
No, I think he's waiting for CM Punk as a champion, and he's gonna come back. I think CM Punk's gonna come back. Let me give you my prediction, and then you go for yours. Yeah. So
yeah.
This is what I predict. I think this was all implanted by Tony Khan. It's because obviously Tony Khan he had to do something quick. You know what I mean? That's why we had Grand Slam, yeah. But before Grand Slam, we had All Out, and Triple H was bringing out all these releases. But Tony Khan is absolute hot. He's proper hot on long-term storylines. So MJF, when he left, he wanted more money. Yeah, so everyone thought that was real, right? Yeah. So when he come out on that, he had that promo, didn't he? At All Out when CM Punk won the AEW Undisputed Championship.
Yeah.
And he come out, and would you say that promo signified that it was all built up in the end then?
Well, the original plan was for MJF to beat Punk But then obviously he got injured. Come back, won the title again. And then obviously all the backstage stuff. So the plans just all got messed up.
So, do you reckon they'll still have CM Punk versus MJF?
At this precise moment, I'd say no.
This
I
is...
see CM Punk getting bought out of his contract.
You think CM Punk's not going to come back?
No. I think they'll side with Kenny Omega and Young Bucks.
Oh. I don't know on that one. I think we're still going to get CM Punk. So something's there, because like the two of them haven't come out and said yet, have they?
No.
I hope he don't get. I hope it doesn't go down that road. I just hope that they can, you know, come to terms with what's happened, bury a few bridges, and can possibly work together in future. And would you say Tony Khan needs to be a better owner, as in like not like you said yourself, siding with people? Should he like not be willing to be friends with his employees?
He needs to be like a business person.
He needs to be more like an owner, in my opinion, not like wanting to be friends with his. Yeah, you can be friends on the outside. Do you know what? Do you get what I'm saying? But like, inside the corporate rooms of AEW, he should be more of an owner, not like, oh come on man, you know, be my buddy and whatever.
You can see that with some of the wrestlers that he seems to hang around with. But he's been seen with Adam Cole at a football game.
So is that the problem with AEW at the moment? Then would you say that's the main? Would you say that's the main issue?
But like the being low, like too much buddy.
Yeah.
Like you say, like outside of wrestling, then fair enough. But when you're doing the wrestling press conferences, you can see that Tony Khan not trying to play the favourites. Like with CM Punk, he's like, oh look, this is like my new toy, my new best friend. And then you got Adam Cole. He's one of his favourites.
Is having someone like Saraya a good addition for the women's roster? Would someone like Saraya be an elevation for AEW right now?
Obviously, she's not clear to wrestle at the moment. So, my idea would be that obviously they've got a big enough women's roster. So, what I'd say to her would be, right, we're going to give you an idea of why you're recovering. We're going to make Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, we're going to make you like the authority or the general manager of the women's division.
Mm.
You make the matches for the women. They come to you as the general manager of that division. And while you're recovering and building, you can interact with the women, but obviously in no contact. You can build a relationship that way, and then when she finally does get cleared, then she can go straight after, one of the championships, like say Jade Cargill or something.
Mm.
And then, like a slow build. Just don't jump into wrestling straight away.
Yeah. Like slowly build towards it. Yeah. I get what you mean.
Or she could be a manager for Jamie Hayden. They're both British.
We had a massive debate last night with Cargill. It was a strong debate. Jumping back to your prediction, I think you said Cargill will go past 60 or 80.
Yeah, I said that she'll go past 50.
So you didn't say she should go past 80?
No.
Oh, I thought you said she would go past 80. But anyway, we had a strong debate of whether she would go past 80, 70, 60, 50. And Scott was more in line with what you just said, 50, 60. Ian was undecided. Tim was more like she's ready to be like defeated now. You said 50.
Yeah.
Are you still at 50, or have you changed? Has your opinion changed over 3 months?
Well, they had that Japanese woman that won 50 matches.
Yeah.
But obviously that was one, all in a row. So I could see him getting to 49, and I could see him doing something like out of this world for trying to get the 50th straight win.
So you're
I think she'll lose on the 50th win.
So you're set on 50, yeah?
I think she'll try and get to 50, and someone out of nowhere that no one's talking about will defeat her for the title.
Right. I get you. That would be absolutely, yeah. That would be a shocker. That would, because Scott's more on the line that Jamie Hayter would be if he said if Chris Statlander weren't the one to do it, then the only person who could do it right now is Jamie Hayter. Tim said she's ready to be defeated now. Ian was more like deciding with Scott, but like it wouldn't be Jamie Hayter to defeat it. It would be someone else in the roster. But
I have to say with the slow build, Saraya.
Yeah. So So basically,
would that be the surprise?
Yeah. So no one's talking about Saraya yet because she's not cleared. So people are like, well, okay, why is she back in AEW? So social media are discussing why. Okay, she's back. Yes, this could be brilliant. Why is she back? She's not cleared yet. So people are undecided. So they're not talking about Saraya because she's not wrestling. So you're on the road that on the 50th match, Jay Cargill's going to lose to someone like Saraya. that would be brilliant. I think Jamie
there'll be someone that she hasn't faced.
I think it's going to be. Because I said to Scott last night, I said, if it weren't Athena, then it's nobody. And I said, well, if Athena weren't the one to do it, then she's going to go past 60. You know, I think she could go past 60 into 70 if Athena weren't the one to do it. And he was like, yeah, but who's there? Then Ian jumped in and went, who's there? Who's there right now to make her go to 70, 60 wins? And then I kind of agree. I kind of agree with where your head's at. Like, I think there's enough people there for her to go to 50. And if Soraya is the one to do it, then it's got to be someone special. Just like what Scott said last night, it's got to be someone special that could take that streak off her, you know. So you're saying Soraya is the one to take that streak?
Well, it says here that she had the title on the 5th of January 2022, and 188 days later, she is still the champion.
Or say this one, yeah. What about this one? She wins the AEW title, but she's the TBS. No, yes. So Jade Cargill is still the TBS champion, and then she wins the AEW championship as well. Could we see that happening?
Well, like a title unification.
Eh?
Well, like 2 titles together.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
Or are you thinking that is she ready for the AEW title, or is she not ready yet?
See, she hasn't really had a match for the last couple of weeks, so I don't know what's really going on there.
So yeah, this is what Scott was saying. Basically, he said she doesn't really have a match every week. He said like she has a match every, say, 3 weeks or 2 weeks.
It's like, obviously she had the group with her and the baddies, and obviously they had that Mark Sterling first. Well, obviously he's got to do his own thing, and then they had that Stokey Holloway. But obviously he's got the firm now, so it's like, who's going to be like her main manager lad? Who can do the talking for it?
Where
But
is?
you haven't seen like them two as managers, like a Paul Leyden kind of thing.
Interesting. Where is your head at with the White Rabbit?
I think it's definitely Bray Wyatt. There's just so many clues now that if it's not Bray Wyatt, then Triple H is going to have blood on his hands. I just can't see how it can't be Bray Wyatt now. You know, you've had your red and purple lights. You've had the red circle in the ring, which signifies, you know, Master Circle. You've had the Rabbit Records. You've had the big pink rabbit on one of the maps. But then if you zoom in, it's close to a place called Let Me In, which is a reference to Bray Wyatt. One of the coordinates says Wyndham, which is Bray Wyatt's real name.
Yeah, it's a place in America. So Wyndham is a place in America.
Also had like the checkerboard, which is like Alice in Wonderland. The rabbit hole, that's to do with Alice in Wonderland. Bray Wyatt was dressed up as the Mad Hatter. So, you know, it all connects, really.
If it's not Bray Wyatt, where is your head at with it? Is it Judgment Day? Is it connected with Judgment Day? Is it connected with Edge? Is it Corbin?
I don't think it's Edge happening when he's returned. I think Judgment Day does have a little bit of connection, but I think
because the past 3 weeks, one spelt demon, one was linked to Dominic, and then one was linked to what's her name, Rhea Ripley. So that's why everyone thought, okay, it's not Bray, it's got to be Edge or Judgment Day. And then we saw last week, we saw on Monday, it came up to a place in Wyndham, Town Wyndham. So that's obviously linked to Bray Wyatt, and that's his name, Wyndham Rotunda. But in that town, there's a road, Corbin, and that was the last person that fought the Fiend. Is it Corbin?
So you're saying Baron Corbin?
Would this be a way to revolutionise Corbin? You haven't got Vince McMahon there, so he ain't gonna be embarrassed on TV. He won't be doing them embarrassing segments anymore. Could this be a way to bring back the Lone Wolf?
I think if it's Corbin, it'll be very underwhelming.
I see what you mean.
I don't think the fans would accept to it.
But this is what I said to Scott, and I'll repeat. If it's Bray, why would it be Bray at this moment?
Why would it be Bray at this moment?
Because this is what I said to Scott. I said, with the situation with Roman Reigns at the moment, a guy like Bray would take all the limelight away from their main guy, Roman. So if Bray was to return now at Extreme Rules or next week or at the next pay-per-view, I said that would blow the internet right up. It would cause ripples in WWE in the effect of it's going to have major effects on the main champion, Roman Reigns, because it's going to take all the relevancy away from him. It's going to take all the crowd away from him. Would you say, would WWE allow that? Would Vince McMahon's leadership allow a guy like Bray to take all that heat away from Roman? because that's what is going to happen.
Well, what you got to think of as well.
Because if Vince's last orders, this is what I said to Scott last night. If Vince's last orders were to Triple H and Stephanie were that Roman needs to carry that title to WrestleMania, then wouldn't it be more better if Bray Wyatt was to return closer to WrestleMania? But then Scott said to me last night, why would somebody come back having not wrestled for a whole year, and then lose to the Fiend or lose to Wyndham Rotunda just at WrestleMania, a day after WrestleMania? And he went, that wouldn't work. It would destroy Roman as a champion. I said, well, I agree, and then I disagree. Where are your thoughts on it? Is a guy like the Fiend gonna damage the champion right now? Is it right for Bray Wyatt to return right now, or should WWE hold Bray Wyatt from returning until Roman is defeated?
I don't think he'll go after Roman straight away.
Yeah, see.
I think with the clues,
Mm.
I think he's targeting Judgment Day.
So you're on the you're more with Scott then. So you're saying, okay, if Bray Wyatt is to return, you'd want him return at Extreme Rules and then build him up to beating Roman Reigns. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think he's going to return in the Edge and Finn Balor match.
At Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
So Extreme Rules is the next pay-per-view, isn't it? No, it's Saudi Arabia, isn't it?
I think it's Extreme Rules for it.
The next one.
And then obviously with it being an I Quit match, that anything goes.
Anything
So,
goes, yeah.
you know, with it being an I Quit match, he doesn't necessarily have to show up. It could be teases within the match that Edge has got some backup.
Yeah.
You know, something could blow up in Finn's face. You know, just the teases are over there.
Interesting.
Because if you noticed before, when Edge was coming back before, it says, "I'm coming too." So does that mean, like, finally, when it says "I'm coming too," is Edge got Bray Wyatt's backup? Because he's always been saying, "I want to destroy what I created," and he's always failed. He's obviously tried with the Mysterios. Dom's obviously gone to them now. Raising between, because he doesn't want to hurt his son, but then he doesn't want to upset Edge, so he doesn't want to get in the middle of it now. So Edge is left on his own. So does that mean that he's running out of options in his foundry, or does he lose the I Quit match, which wouldn't make any sense now, because obviously he gave the bit of a push to the Judgment Day, but why would you make Edge lose again?
I get you. I see where you're going.
Edge wins by distraction, or he finally does it on his own.
Mm.
But but then you know that Judgment Day will get involved, which will end up being like a 4-1-1.
Interesting. Anyway, we're going to end it here, and hopefully we can have you back on Wednesday, or we'll do another short one for Thursday. Thank you for joining us, mate, and we'll see you again for the next one.